A controversial stage, a giant statue, and a new game? Whew, Worlds has some new crazy content this year. Hello everyone and welcome back to another ProGuides video. With Worlds coming to an end, we can finally talk about some massive upcoming changes and news updates from Riot. Before we get right into the video, be sure to check out our new Wild Rift channel in the description down below for some cool tips and tricks that can give you an advantage when the beta is finally released. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the video. With how massive League of Legends has grown in these past few years, it's no wonder that Worlds has become a massive event in the esports scene. Every year we have an amazing performance paired with even more exhilarating gameplay. But this year, production felt a little bit off to many individuals in the League of Legends community. Twitter and Reddit are up in arms about how the new KDA performance was. It was supposed to be an extremely hyped song that showcased the group with not only their collaboration with League's newest champion Seraphine, but also with a heart-stopping show filled with awe and excitement. However, unfortunately this did not happen. A lot of people on Reddit could just not get past the production and focused a lot on the uncanny augmented reality look. The champions on stage look either too real and weird or a bit fake and nearly cartoony. Many players even comparing the models to Sims character due to how poor the design looked. Thankfully, Riot called for the hero Galio to fly in and make an impact on the stage. With this, we received a really cool looking giant Galio that many agreed was extremely well done and borderline scary due to its massive size. For me personally, I think this is where all the budget went. I definitely think it made me not only a bit more excited for Worlds, but also give me an understanding of how big Galio is in game. I really can't imagine how League characters feel when he punches you as a mid laner. Alongside this controversy surrounding the KDA's performance, a lot of people were shocked to see that when DAMWON's gaming was introduced at Worlds, they were met with almost complete silence from the crowd in contrast to Suning's introduction, where the crowd cheered and expressed their love for the team. This further became awkward after Worlds as many individuals expressed their sympathy for DAMWON due to not only having to play with a scaled down audience for the biggest events in their lives, but also the fact that many of the people in the crowd weren't even here to watch them win regardless. However, with everything going on in the world at the moment, many give Riot credit for the amount of work that they were able to put into Worlds despite the odds. Worlds wasn't all bad though, it was filled with tons of joyous new content as well as new exhilarating gameplay that was well worth the watch. If you haven't watched it yet, we recommend that you do. Worlds has at this point become a staple event that many people watch even if they don't play League to a serious degree as many players. DAMWON Gaming was declared to be the World's champions. Traditionally, the winners of Worlds gets to choose what champions they want to give their designated skins to. Many of the players already decided on their specific champions, but a few are contemplating the big decision. For now, here's the list of champions that have been chosen so far. DAMWON's top laner has chosen Kennen and their jungler has chosen Graves, which has saddened many fans as they wanted a Nidalee skin. In Canyon's defense, however, Nidalee was permanently banned and thus he didn't really get to play it as often. Showmaker decided on Twisted Fate after making some amazing plays throughout the series as well as just overall enjoying the champion. DAMWON's ADC Ghost has yet completely decided but stated that they will probably be choosing either Jhin, Ashe, or Caitlyn. Ghost has had some good performance throughout Worlds and these carries has helped them shine. There's a lot to consider but hopefully in the end he ends up picking the one that he truly likes. Just hopefully it's not Ashe since she already has so many skins, but you know what, whatever he likes. And finally, last but not least, Beryl decided on either Pantheon or Leona. Beryl had really wanted Pantheon due to some amazing gameplay throughout Worlds that even ended up bringing to light a few things that Riot has stated a while ago, but we'll be talking on that later. Beryl had stated that he probably won't be choosing Pantheon though, as he won't be the meta of the support next season, which means that the most viable option is Leona. Per usual, Worlds wasn't just a performance from KDA alongside some epic matches. It also included a ton of news surrounding some new stuff that Riot has been working on behind the scenes. This year during Worlds, Riot has revealed plans for a brand new game called Ruined King. The introduction of a game caught many by surprise as it hasn't really been long since the release of their latest game, Valorant, and overall it was extremely unexpected. Nonetheless, the game is set to be released in early 2021 and will be Riot's first console game and, just like Valorant, will be exploring a different game style compared to the MOBA that we all know and love. And no, unfortunately for some, it's not a fighting game, at least not this time. The game Ruined King of League of Legends is a spin-off based in Bilgewater and Shadow Isles and is most likely based off of, and you guessed it, the Ruined King. I wonder if it's related to the Blade of the Ruined King item that you can find in Summoner's Rift. Regardless, it's a single-player turn-based RPG that will include some of your favorite League characters as well as some cool lore. Believe it or not, if you remember correctly, we had a hint about Ahri and Yasuo in Riot's cinematic for Yone, where after the two brothers reunite, you can see Yasuo board a boat with Ahri. Who knows what kind of cool interaction there may be surrounding these characters, and once you look at the roster, it gets even more interesting. For the game, the current confirmed roster is Miss Fortune, Alawi, Braum, Yasuo, Ahri, and Pyke. Some of these characters somewhat make sense as they're related to Bilgewater. However, a few of these are oddballs that don't really belong, so it'll be interesting to see how Riot incorporates them. Alas, our dreams about being able to play League of Legends champions in a storyline type will be finally coming true. I can see myself now walking around Runeterra as Yasuo and hitting my 0-10 power spike in yet another game. That's all we really have for this moment until further notice. For additional information, the official website for this game is ruinking.com. While we're still on the topic of the Ruined King, it has been somewhat confirmed that with these recent announcements that the next champion will be the Ruined King. He is said to be a Season 11 jungle champion that will be looking to skirmish alongside Twisted Hearts and Possessing Minds. Just like with the game, this champion is said to be released early next year. That's all the new information that we have now regarding this new champion. However, speaking of new champions, we know that Seraphine overtook a lot of the excitement surrounding Samara, and even now are both very popular for both good and bad reasons. That being said, many people have completely forgotten that Riot is still going to be releasing another champion before next season. It was said that the champion after the mid lane mage was going to be another hyper tank that is meant to be played as a support. This new champion was presented with a new wanted poster and seems to be extremely slippery yet tanky, as they're known to be mounting a quick retreat when cornered. We don't have that much information on this champion yet, but wanted to bring it to light to make sure that people know that this champion still exists. Finally, one last champion that we have a little bit of excitement for is the MUNDO rework. That's right, Summoners, if you haven't heard of it yet, this big, beefy, yet annoying tank MUNDO is getting completely overhauled. Unfortunately, this overhaul isn't planned to be released until sometime next year and will most likely come after the Ruined King's release. That being said, we can still take a look at the breakdown of what concepts they're looking into so we can have a better understanding of what is going to get reworked. With the MUNDO rework, Riot is not only massively upgrading his visuals and theme, but also making a lot of significant gameplay improvements and changes to his kit. At the moment, MUNDO is a very strange champion that doesn't really fit in the current league aesthetic, but he does have a few key things that Riot intends to keep, such as cleavers and a super tank regeneration. Overall, this rework seems to be planned on keeping MUNDO basic, but just fixing up his look and feel throughout the game. Hopefully this rework doesn't end up like a flop like LeBlanc, Rise, or even Pantheon. In order to stay updated on things like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. This way you won't miss out on any new content that we release daily. And while we're on the topic of our channel, be sure to check us out at ProGuides.com, where you can join the family and meet with some of our top tier coaches and to take your play to the next level. We also have a ProGuides guarantee where if you don't climb 5 divisions in 5 months, we'll give you 5 additional months free. Just don't lie to us about it. On a different note, remember how we're talking about BERYL'S Pantheon? Well, some Redditors not only acknowledged that BERYL had completely slaughtered throughout Worlds using him as a support, but also stated that nearly a year ago, Riot Scruffy, who is the lead gameplay designer of League of Legends, stated that they were going to make sure that Pantheon was not a viable support due to the uproar that came after his rework. Well, here we are a year and some later, and this absence of change just helped the team win the World Champion stage. This has brought up a ton of controversy surrounding Riot's commitment and dedication to the player base, as many feel like their voices were ignored. This incident, paired with the famous 200-year meme, adds additional anxiety to players regarding Riot's design and balancing systems. In response to dozens of retweets and posts about him, Riot Scruffy most recently released a tweet mentioning that he's going to work on shifting Pantheon's power into primarily being a solo laner, while also attempting to leave room for these occasional times where you can pick him as an interesting support. This has left many players questioning if it'll actually happen, but in the end, all that we can hope for now is that this change, alongside many more, actually happens in Season 11. And that's going to be it concluding this video. If you haven't watched Worlds yet, we heavily recommend you guys to do so, as it's an experience worth watching, even if it did have a few flaws. Nonetheless, don't forget to join the team at ProGuides.com or through our Discord with the link below. We offer exclusive giveaways, news updates, and courses that you won't catch anywhere else, so go ahead and stay tuned. Nonetheless, we all thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video, and as a reminder, don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. Peace.